Imagine yourself at the age of 12. You've always been to Belgium, speak French and Flemish, and suddenly your parents decide to move to, let's say, China. What would you do? You don't know the country nor the culture. Personally, I would, um, I would, I would research the habits, food, and culture in order to try not to arrive as complete strangers, nor as tourists. And when I got there, the first thing I would be concerned with is fitting in, just as anyone would be. Fitting in is all about conforming and resembling the norm. It is about wanting to be like the other, being part of it. It is a desire to be molded by society without being different, without standing out. Have you ever asked yourself, am I what is expected from society? Well, do so. And depending on the answer of that question, you will either want to be different or to fit in. Fitting in requires a great deal of effort and involvement. Finding the right friends isn't always as easy as it looks, and some would do anything to belong to a group. Some smoke, others dress differently. Some people even make changes and sacrifices at the expense of their own personality, just to be accepted by others. Would you call these people sheep? Well, such people don't make good leaders. They need leaders to set an example for them. Because the leaders are the ones who stand out in society. Their role is challenging. They need a lot of self-esteem and are confident enough to go against the current. Leaders are not afraid of difference. They like difference. I mean, look at all the great minds in life. Coco Chanel, Albert Einstein. Those are all people who didn't follow as sheep do. They have a lot, well, they stood out for everything they believed in. They have a lot of confidence. By some, they are regarded as outcasts. By others, as geniuses. I ask you to judge that for yourself. When we stand out as a child, teenager, adult, or in any other phase of life, there will always be people who look at you in a strange way. People who will criticize you. But that's where you have to stand up for yourself, be confident, and face up to those people, because they're always going to be there. It is easier to do the same thing over and over again every single day. Life, however, can be much harder on you when you're different. And how do you think electricity and the internet were invented? By staying at home, watching television, or knitting in front of the fireplace? No! By trying to introduce something new in life, by searching for new experiences and challenges, and not by stopping when you've reached your goal. Because when you've arrived at the finishing line with your sports car, more laps will always be ahead of you. Politically, standing out is a threat to power, therefore, especially to the government. That is why lots of people were and still are eliminated by dictators like Stalin, who wanted to make sure that all the power was his. This by forming a homogeneous group of people who are preferably weren't educated. Just like the Queen in Alice in Wonderland, who shouts, "Off with her heads!" Alice also was too tall, too different. She was too different, and therefore she was a great threat to the society. She questions every important matter and tries to think out of the box. A good working and balanced society needs both groups, sheep as well as animals. Because just consider what would happen if everybody stood out. Then nobody would be able to fit in anymore. That is why it matters to keep an open mind and welcome difference. Because after all, without difference there is no development. And without development, there is, well, we would still be walking on our hands and feet. So there would be no development, no evolution. We are all molded by our own surroundings. And perhaps it is good for us to try something out of the ordinary once in a while. Perhaps it is good for us to follow Alice's example and to stop